Hey guys, how you doing? I'll get straight into it. I'm going to start off by telling you a story, something that happened today that was positive, and it will kind of outline the whole purpose of this live stream, which is, the value of having good social skills, which I think a lot of times people really undervalue because they don't really understand it until they actually understand it and develop social skills and confidence and see the result of having social skills. So today, sorry, let me sit up, guys. So to excuse me, get my breath. So I've got an event tomorrow, which is teaching people how to quit their job and start their own business, which is something I'm really passionate about. It's something that I successfully did about 11 years ago. So I had to get a venue today because let's check how many people are coming. Last time I checked, it said about 13, which is a lot of people for a medium-sized venue on Meetup. So there's always more that come usually on the day. So far 13. So I had to book a venue out today for 13 people, right? I couldn't just go to Starbucks or Cafe Nero. It just wouldn't be appropriate. It wouldn't be professional. There wouldn't be enough seats for like 13, 14 people, including me. So I know a lot of the hotels in London because I like going to hotels and I get to know the people there. So I actually went into this hotel to use the toilet because it's near Covent Garden, and I thought I'll stop in there and get a toilet. I thought, oh, whilst I'm there, I'll speak to the manager or I'll speak to someone who's working on site and inquire if I can book the venue for my event tomorrow because I booked my event at this hotel a few weeks ago. Twice actually, they let me book, but I wasn't sure if they were going to let me do it right because there were a lot of different businesses and companies, and there are different people staying in this hotel. People come from all around the world. Actually, one of my long-term clients and friends from America, when he travels to London and he does about 9 days coaching with me, he stays at this hotel. So it's a five-star hotel. It's one of those expensive hotels. So anyway, so I'm sitting there and it was weird. I didn't go back in the past, but I had a couple of sort of, when you sort of remember the way that it used to be, and to some of you that don't know, if you know my story, um, is this chat working, by the way? Because I want people to be able to write questions. Can you guys write a question just so I know the chat works? Because I like being able to answer questions if you've got any, right? I want to share this point. Why does it say? Okay, it's successfully connected. Let me know, guys, if the chat's working, because I always get a bit paranoid and worried that I'm working on YouTube because it's happened before. All right, great. Cheers, Freddie. Appreciate that, mate. So, okay, so I'm in this hotel and it's like I go back in time in my mind and I remember the days, man. I remember the days where I couldn't talk to people. My anxiety was so bad that I just had so much self-doubt. I had such low self-esteem. I had very little confidence and courage in myself that I would try new things because my mind was so negative. My beliefs, my unconscious beliefs about myself were, you can't do it, so there's no point. I wouldn't even attempt to do it. And I remembered that pattern and it really made me humble. It really made me appreciate who I am now, how far I've come. And there's a point to this story, guys, because anyone who follows me, I appreciate it. I want you to experience the confidence and the sort of appreciation that I experienced today, right? I'm sure some of you have in your life, but in this particular area, I was like, wow, I'm never going to go back to the way that I used to be because I just wouldn't allow it to happen. So anyway, I went up to the front desk and there's so many different staff at this hotel. They must be employing a lot of people because the guy that I booked the venue with a few weeks ago, he wasn't there. So anyway, I spoke to the gentleman there, young guy, and there was a girl there, young guys in their 20s or whatever. And he was a really nice guy. And I said to him, excuse me, is it possible if I can book the venue tomorrow? I've got a group of people coming for an event. There's going to be about 10 plus people. The guy was lovely. He was like, yeah, sure. And I said, by the way, I come to this hotel regularly. I'm a good client, and I booked the venue a couple of weeks ago of one of your colleagues, and he was like, yeah, yeah, sure, sure, no problem, no problem. What time is it? So I gave him my name, get my phone number. I was honest with him because he said, juice, water, and he was like, no problem, no problem. So he booked my event in for tomorrow, and when I come away, I was like, oh, wow, I can't believe how much I've changed. I can't believe what's possible because years ago I didn't have those social skills. Like I had good manners. Don't get me wrong. Like my parents brought me up with good manners, so I was naturally quite intelligent, but I didn't have the confidence. And I didn't have the get up and go to do that. The courage. I would have just not even tried. And it made me realize why I enjoy teaching confidence to my clients or all of you that follow me on YouTube, especially for those of you where this means everything to you. You know, this is like life and death, getting over this anxiety. And it made me realize that anyone can do it. And it's a great feeling. When you've struggled at something for so many years, like talking to people and being able to be confident and you know, get what you want, but in an honest way where, of course, it's not by forced, it's not manipulation, you're being honest. It's a great feeling when you've got good manners. And of course, like it's a win-win because the hotel, they're getting something from me. They're going to make money because I'm bringing business to their environment. Hotel, sorry, business. I spend money in there all the time, which is fair enough. It's a business. I'm bringing nice people there. Yeah, 10, 14 of us are going to be buying coffees. It's not cheap in there. So it's a nice feeling when you build these relationships. And it made me realize that these social skills that I've learned over the years, which most of it is about being honest with people and having the courage to, have respect for people, they transform your life. And that's a big part of what I've been teaching on all my coaching programs. And when you've got good social skills, you can get a girlfriend, it can help you to get a wife. You can build friendships. You can do public speaking. You can start your own business. You can make money. You can sell. You can travel. So many things that you can do. But if you don't have confidence and you've got loads of anxiety and you don't know how to get past it, you're stuck. It's actually tomorrow, James. My next meetup's tomorrow. You still can come along if you want. It's pretty much full up, but you can come, James, if you want. And if you can't make tomorrow, I've got another one coming up, which is on the 5th. So just let me know if you want to come along. Send me an email, and I'll give you the details for tomorrow. So yeah, that moment. Now that was that was a 2-minute interaction, but honestly, I'm 39 years of age and I was so grateful. Sometimes it's nice to have these things in life where you're generally grateful for through how you've changed and the confidence that you built. And it's given me so much. This has given me more confidence than ever lately to coach my clients and build their confidence up, which I am doing. And I want to do more videos, which I'm going to do on this about social skills, about how to build them, because the two go in hand to hand. Like anybody that's got bad social anxiety or shyness, or they don't feel comfortable talking to people, or they struggle in relationships, at some point you need social skills. It's just like I said in the title, the value of these skills is invaluable. It really is second to none. And these are the social skills that I'm going to be teaching on the upcoming Weekend Confidence program, which I've still got spaces for. I sold a space yesterday, which I'm really grateful for. One of my former clients who done the program quite a few years ago, he's doing this one, right? So any of you that want to apply, I've got 3 spaces left. I'm only taking 4 students. It's all about teaching you over the weekend how to build confidence, how to build social skills, how to be better in relationships. Afternoon, man. Thank you. Remember you early days. You helped me a lot. Thank you. Where's your meetup at? Really appreciate it. Um, basically the meetup's almost full up, right? So that's a tricky one. Otherwise, I would invited you on. I just wanted to ask, right? And I feel a bit awkward saying this, but the meetups, this meetup is just for guys. So I don't know if you're a girl or a woman or not because because people use different pictures online. Otherwise, I would have loved to invite you. So please don't take any offense to it, Crystal. If I do events which are for guys and girls, I will invite you. But at the moment, I'm coaching guys, so please take that well and kindly. It's really difficult for me sometimes to say that. Um, how you doing, Larry? Good to see you, mate. Yeah, a lot of people do ask me. I do get asked. They're like, why don't you coach women as well? Um, and the honest truth is because I feel my gift is to help men. It's not that I'm going to exclude women. So when I put stuff out on YouTube, I, I pray to God and I know it helps women as well. But when it comes to doing, paid coaching, it's just something I'm good at, right? And because of the times we're living in, it's very sensitive time. So I don't want to offend anyone. But it's like sometimes there's groups and it says it's just for women and it wouldn't offend me, right? I'm not easily offended by things like that. So if I did decide to start coaching women, now, to be honest, if I coached women, I would make a lot more money because I would be coaching two markets, men and women. But I've always felt that, God's given me a gift to help men and I'm good at that. And um, I don't feel as confident with regards to coaching women as I do with men, and maybe because I'm a guy myself and I understand men's issues a bit more. But I don't want any women to feel like I'm excluding them, which I'm not. So if they come on the channel, I'm grateful if they get lots of confidence from my story, from the things that I teach, because I know that they do, because I've been told by quite a lot of women that although my work is more geared towards men's issues, it helps them as well. So that's the reasons. Yeah, I appreciate that, Crystal, man. Thanks for taking that well, because like the times we're living in, people can get quite offended. They can misinterpret when you're saying something. Um, I'm just reading the comments, guys. Yeah, see, it was weird when I started out. Right, when I started out teaching, I never occurred to me. It never occurred to me that women would be interested in a lot of the things that I taught and spoke about because I spoke from a perspective of a guy struggling with anxiety. But as I've gotten older, of course, I realize having had girlfriends or a girlfriend, when girlfriends have said to me, or, I've got some female friends that have said, oh, by the way, your videos help me because I have anxiety. So I've realized that as I've gotten older. Yeah, yeah, I've realized that, Crystal, man. I appreciate that. The event tomorrow, James, is about how to quit your job and start your own business. So it's going to be around that. But yeah, in the future, you never know, never say never because I am getting older now, and you just change as you get older. So we'll see. I can't say 100%, but if I start coaching women, then obviously I would let women know. But as for now, I coach guys. But yeah, if any women are getting a lot of confidence from my videos and they find it interesting to understand the perspective of guys' struggles, then that's brilliant. Um, you're feeling stressed, anxious, and stressed. I've never gone on a date and I felt insufficient, so I deleted their contact. More attractive girl, but yeah, everybody feels like the way that you're feeling at some point. It's not a nice feeling, and we've all felt like that. I would say best advice I can give you when you're feeling like that is ask yourself, what is it that you can do to, give yourself some confidence? What would make you feel good? And I usually find it's around physical things like going to the gym, going on another date, meeting a friend, doing some speaking, something that's social, that's practical, that will give you self esteem and take you out of that feeling of being anxious. Another great thing to do is speak to a friend, speak to a family member if you're feeling stressed down. That massively helps. Um, my voice seems croaky. No, it's fine. I think it might be the sound. I think the laptop hasn't got a great audio, and that's maybe why my voice is sounding a bit distorted. Or maybe the way I'm sitting. Let me sit up a bit. No, my voice is fine. I have been speaking a lot lately. I've been teaching a lot, coaching, so maybe that's why. I'm still waiting for you to. You still want the 24-hour live stream, Larry? Just let me know, man. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready to go. 24 hour. Larry wants me to do a 24-hour live stream. I said to him, "You sure, man? You sure you might? It might be a bit too much for you, man. It might be a lot. It might be an experience that might be over. 24-hour live stream. That'd be a good record." There's a guy that I follow on YouTube, and when he used to first do live streams, he used to do about an hour. Then he started to extend them because he gets a lot of super chats. He makes quite a lot of money, and he gives a lot of value to people. He's funny. Then he did 3 hours. Then he did 4 hours. Then I think he did a 5 hour one, and his audience was sort of saying, "Oh, the live streams are getting longer." Um, so it got me thinking about time length. I think the longest one I've done is about 3 hours and something. Can you imagine doing 24 hours? But no, all jokes aside, I wouldn't do that. To be honest, I also like to have some private life. I don't want to be like a cheesy celebrity that wants cameras following them. I wouldn't really work for me. But, I like the joke. Yeah, maybe something like 6 hours. I could do something around that, but not 24 hours. Not having no sleep. That wouldn't be good. But yeah. Anyway, back to my point. What I was saying about the social skills. I've had this conversation many times with clients. The negative conversation that you have in your head is completely different. Well, most of the time it lies. See, when your mind's telling you, no, I can't go and speak to that person. I can't do it. It's not going to work out. If you challenge it and you go and do it and you try your best, usually you end up doing better than you think. You have a good conversation, and that's how you improve your social skills in any social situation. I want to keep stressing that for you guys. I keep trying to explain it right because some people on YouTube don't get it. They just think, oh, I'm just talking about how guys can be confident with to women. And it's like, yeah, some of that, but I'm not really talking about that. I'm on about in all situations. Whether you're on a plane, you might be at an airport and you might be feeling shy or anxious, and you need directions, or you need to ask for some information. And that's when you have to push yourself. If you're on your own, when I went to Germany and I traveled, I faced my fear of traveling. Yeah, I've got a lot of experience now, I have a lot of confidence, but it was new situations for me. There was times where I had to speak to German people and I don't speak German, and I felt a bit anxious and I felt a bit uncomfortable because I don't speak the language. And there were new situations for me, like at the airport, but I had to do it. And when I did it, I surprised myself. I surprised myself actually how well I could speak when I wasn't fully comfortable or I didn't speak the language. It forces you to use social skills and tools that you never knew you had, and you probably never knew you could um, perform in that way. and that's what builds more confidence. So that's why I say social skills are invaluable. But in order to have good social skills, you do need to have awareness. You need to know how to speak to people in the right way, because it's all good and well just going out and just talking to people. But if you're rude, if you're clumsy, if you're aggressive, if you upset people, then you're not really going to be having good social skills. So you need a basic level of empathy. You need to think, well, when I speak to someone, you've got to be aware that they've got feelings, and how to speak to people in a way that's confident, but it's not gonna ain't gonna make people feel bad, especially when you're in places like hotels, restaurants, museums, airports, and these are all skills um, that I've learnt through years of experience, and I teach this to my clients, um, and they really appreciate it, because they see how much it benefits them in their life. And also, as I said, it's not just about having good social skills so you get everything you want. You're also giving other people what they want. You're offering value. You're giving value through good communication skills. So my point being, you know, booking a venue was something that I couldn't have done years ago. And I know a lot of my clients might struggle. But now I've got the skills. I've got a nice venue booked tomorrow, obviously for the attendees that are coming to my event. So it's important to learn these things. And then, of course, the social skills to do a live stream like today, give you value, talk to you, explain to you, teach you. The social skills that I have to use tomorrow when I do the public speaking, the event, making sure everybody's comfortable, making sure everyone can get their questions in, connect with one another. It's all social skills, and anyone can learn it. It takes courage. You've got to face your fear. You've got to have the passion for it. You've got to want to learn. But people always ask me, how do I learn? I said, well, to start with, you have to have the desire. You have to want to learn, because it's all good and well saying, well, I want to be a good speaker, but I'm not really passionate about it. Then you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it well. You need the passion. Passion is not something you can buy on Amazon. You can't go on Google and just say, I want passion. It comes from within. It's something that has to be in your heart. You have to have that, the energy. You have to have that enthusiasm. You have to be excited about it. Then when you have that, I'm not drinking alcohol, by the way. This is fruit stuff, right? Yeah. So, that's a huge part of it. Like I said, it transcends into every area. If you want to build a business and make money and help people, you need social skills. If you want to improve your relationships, for guys, you want to get a girlfriend, or you want to speak to women, make them feel comfortable, build honest connections, you need social skills. If you want to make friends, social skills. If you want to build a YouTube channel, inspire people, entertain, or help make money or impact people, whatever, you need social skills, and these are skills that you develop through exercising them. You're not just going to have social skills by just saying. It's not. You got to work at it. So it's simple things, but although they're simple, they can help you to do complicated things, like I said. So, not everybody can go into a five-star hotel and speak to the manager, or the person that works at the hotel, and say, excuse me, hi, my name is Jonathan, or my name's Larry, or my name's Crystal, my name's Freddie. I would like to inquire about placing a booking here. I've got a group of 10 or so people coming tomorrow or next Thursday. I would like to book the venue. How would I go about doing that? And then they will say, how many people are coming? What time would you like to book? How long would you like to stay? Will they be having dinner, or will they be having drinks? And it's learning to communicate and say, it starts at 1, it's going to be 2 hours, it'll finish at 3. We're going to be a group, we're going to be respectful. All this communication takes you to another level. But if you're someone that doesn't really know how to communicate, and then you don't know how to conduct yourself in a way that's honest and respectful, it's very possible you're not going to get the outcome that you want. So I've realized that everybody knows how to speak. I mean, that's pretty much a given. but not everybody knows how to conduct themselves in the right way, in a way that's confident, honest, and respectful. And generally, most people will like you and will talk to you, and you can make them feel comfortable. That's a huge part of social skills. It's not just a one-way thing, because I've met some people, right, and they don't mean it, and I can forgive them, but their social skills are terrible. They're appalling. They're really rude. They're very obnoxious. They might be very offensive to people when they first meet them, and they make such a bad impression. But then I sometimes think, well, maybe they weren't taught growing up. Parents didn't teach them, or they just don't know it. So they don't realize that they're being rude. They're not aware of it. So if someone could be patient with them and explain to them and help them, they could improve it. So really, really important thing. And it's really dawned upon me today in the last few weeks or so that it's something that I was teaching for a long time, and I didn't really realize it, if that makes sense. I'm more focused on like confidence, getting over social anxiety, talking, but really coming back to, what is the origin of the thing that people are lacking and the thing that they need to develop in order to overcome social anxiety, build confidence, and move forward and be successful. It's social skills. Les Brown was able to reach me at a time where most people couldn't reach me because I was in a bad place and I was quite ignorant and didn't want to hear it from people, not even from my family. It's quite common for young people. They don't want to listen to their mum and dad at a certain time. But Les Brown had such good communication skills that he was able to get past my ignorance, my anger, my pain, being young, not wanting to be told what to do, thinking I know everything when I didn't. That's skills. He could reach me at a time where many people couldn't, and get through to me and make me change the way that I was thinking and my whole attitude towards life and people. And he played a part in changing my life. And that's because he's got excellent communication skills and social skills. And he helped me to improve my social skills. And I'm not saying this to be big headed or braggadocious, because I used to always put myself down. I've got excellent communication skills, excellent social skills. Why? Because I had the passion to want to improve them, having mentors and teaching. And I work with so many really good clients, good people who've also got really fantastic values. And most of them have got good social skills. That ones that ain't, I try my best to help them to improve that. So when you're around other people who have got good social skills, it rubs off on you. It affects you in a positive way. So I know I went quite deep, but I wanted to outline how a simple example of today can really affect every aspect of a man or a woman's life in a very positive way if they're willing to put the work in and work at going out and challenging themselves. And all this is about coming outside of your social comfort zone. And that's something that I've learned. You've got to learn to manage that feeling of anxiety, or when you don't feel fully comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that feeling. That's a good feeling if you can control it, which people can with practice and experience, in all aspects of life, so you can build the relationships that you want with women, with your dating life, with your career, with family, with friends, and most importantly for yourself. Because one of the best feelings in the world is when we attain what we want, and then we can give it to other people, we can help them. And I always prayed on that. I always prayed and said, I just want to make money, be happy, be confident, and then I want to help other people. I give back what I've received. I do the best I can. And I think that's why I love coaching and teaching. And as I said, I can't coach people. I wouldn't work with people who are not committed, because it's going to harm me. It will harm them. It ain't going to work. So I only coach people, and I only help people who give me permission to help them, who want the help. They want to do it. They're committed. They're passionate. Because I tried it back in the day. I tried to help everyone. I tried to coach everyone. It nearly put me in an early grave. It doesn't work. It just wears you out. And you realize that you can't force people to change if they don't want to change. You have to accept that that's where they're at. They don't want to do it. It's their choice. It's their life. And it's a shame sometimes, because you see the potential that people have, and you think if that person did a bit of coaching, if they could just be more open, if they could put their ego aside a little bit, they could just do so well in their life. But some people, they're not ready. They don't want to do it. And I've come to realize, just got to not get mad at them and upset, and just accept that that's their choice. Some people are not ready to do it, which is fine. But for those of you that are, really think about, if you can't make my program, that's fine. I always put the free stuff out anyway. You're going to get value from that. Go to groups, start practicing the things that I'm saying, the honesty, the good ethics, the values, the courage. It will change, it'll take you to another level, man. This stuff healed my trauma, the pain that I had growing up for many years. These things healed it because I couldn't do these things. And sometimes we often think the pain that we're in, which it is the pain of the past, of what's happened to us, abuse, bullying, being not treated right. There's truth in that. But I think the real pain we have is the pain of not doing the things that we know that we should be doing, or not doing the things that we know that we could be doing, because we're allowing our own fears, our own self doubt to beat us into submission. We let that inner critical voice tell us, oh, you can't do that, or you're not good enough, or you're awkward, or you're always a failure, or it's not the right time, or people are going to think this about you, or you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have money, you don't have a six pack, you don't have this, you can't listen to that. It's not true. It's tricking you. You have to shut that voice out and you have to listen to the good voice. So this stuff goes deep, man. That's why I like it. Very meaningful. Yeah, I'm proud of many of my clients. One of my clients, he's doing an event tomorrow. How cool is that? He's coaching six people. I don't do cold approaching. I don't do anything that's with the pickup stuff. I'm not into that stuff, but I'm social, Owen. I speak to people. I speak to people with honesty. I don't use the tricks, tactics. If that's what you're referring to, no, I don't do that. I don't teach that. But yeah, I still speak to people. I probably don't use the same terminology. No offense that you're using, because that doesn't resonate with me. But I still talk to people, yeah, and that's what I did today. I spoke to someone. If you're talking about cold approach in terms of speaking to someone that you don't know, yes. Larry says healthy food, cooking, gym, boxing. Great. Yep. I think that's the difference between what I teach and a lot of other people. They teach the tactics, and I don't teach all that. I'm not into that stuff. I don't believe in tricks and lions and all this. It's just a load of nonsense. You've got to be yourself. You've got to build confidence. You've got to work through those uncomfortable feelings, and you've got to get past your insecurities, learn how to speak to people in the right way. And when you do that, you go to another level. But of course, it's a choice. Some are not going to agree with me. It's fine. Doesn't bother me. I believe in what I believe in, and I connect with people that got the same values. But many people will agree with me. Thousands of people agree with me. That's why I attract clients from around the world, and great friends and great people like yourself, because you have the same values I do. And your values are, you want to be honest with people. You don't want to be fake. You don't want to be hiding behind personas and trying to be someone else. You're not going to get nowhere in life like that. That's the fastest way to have a breakdown. So I understand that it's not easy for people straight away to just be themselves when they've come from a background of anxiety and shyness. But anything of any value is not easy. You got to work at it. My journey's not been easy. Building a successful business hasn't been easy by any stretch of the mile. Doing these isn't easy, but I enjoy it. I make it look easy, but it's not easy because I work hard at it and I'm passionate about it and I'm willing to come outside my comfort zone and I'm willing to not care about the opinions of what other people think about me, but I focus on what I think, what's important to me, and helping good people. So all this whole mindset around having good social skills, treating people how you want to be treated, and enjoying your life, living life to the full. Another thing I'm going to do a video on. This stuff is so simple, but smart people will get it. People that are not ready, fair enough, they won't get it. Another great skill to have, right? And we wouldn't even consider this a skill growing up because everyone had it, and I don't see it much today. People have it, not everyone. I know most of you were brought up like this. You can tell me if you guys want, if your mum and dad brought you up, good manners. If you can just say, look, listen, very simple. I walk into a hotel, good afternoon, how are you? I would like to have a coffee, please, a latte. No problem, sir. They bring the latte over. Thank you very much. Manners, basic manners. Man, good manners will take you around the world. It doesn't take much to say, yes, please, thank you, how are you? I really appreciate that. Have a great day. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Man, I've got to say this, man. I've met many great clients over the years, and I really do appreciate this in a person when people have got good manners because it's overlooked today. A lot of people don't have good manners. They just walk in the way, they just barge you, they don't say sorry, they don't say excuse me. They just say, I want that, give me a coffee. It's terrible to have bad manners. Terrible. I weren't brought up like that. But again, I do understand some people it's not their fault. Their parents didn't teach them, or they don't know, they've not been taught. So I am aware of that. But nonetheless, it's not a good look. It's not a good impression in any situation. And that's why I always say to guys when I'm teaching, if you're going to speak to a woman, be a gentleman, have good manners. It doesn't make you a weak man, it makes you a strong man. If you're going to go to a business meeting, if you're going to work with people, have some good manners, make sure garbage doesn't come out your mouth because people don't respect that. And especially if you're going to nice places or just anywhere, I'm telling you, man, people react very well when you've got good manners. I've noticed it. Yeah, that's great, saying hello to the neighbors. And it's crazy. Good manners build confidence. It's crazy. Like if you say to someone, excuse me, even if you're having a bad day, right? We all have bad days. And I know it's hard sometimes. This is the challenge. But if you walk into the gym and you say, like, hi, how was your day? Or thank you. Simple words like that, people appreciate that and might make someone's day and it gives you confidence. But if you talk to people like crap because you feel like crap, it gives you low self-esteem. You feel terrible. You feel depressed. So it's all in this bracket of social skills. It's weird, isn't it? I was talking to a friend on WhatsApp. We were talking about things like this, and we were saying it's kind of weird that we have to even say these things today. Like, you've got to make a point of saying this. Like, back in the day, I sound like an old man now. Every generation always does this. And I used to laugh at the generation that used to tell me these things. Now I'm doing it. But back in the day, you didn't have to be reminded of good manners. Everyone really had it. Like all my friends, if I went to my friend's place, he brought me up to his house and I met his mum and dad. Like the first thing I would say is like, hi, thank you for having me. Even though I was a shy kid, thank you. If they made me food, thank you. I just can't imagine not having good manners. That's how my mum and dad, my nan, that's friends. That's how, I don't know why I'm laughing. That's how we were brought up. Where today it's like, you know, you invite someone for dinner in your house and they don't even say thank you. They're just no manners. So yeah, man, honestly, I'm laughing, but seriously, you got to learn it, man, because generally people don't respect it. You're not gonna elevate in life. You're not gonna build a successful business if you got bad manners. It's very unlikely. So yeah, having courage, being able to what you guys call, I guess, cold approach or speak to new people for the first time in any event, whether you're speaking to women or you're speaking to the same sex, you want to speak to people. If you want to, let me give another example. I know a lot of my clients have this. Years ago, if I was going on a date with a girl, I would be nervous anyway, but I didn't have the confidence to go and book the cinema or theater tickets. I couldn't do it. Physically couldn't do it. I could go on a date with her in a bar because I was comfortable in those places. I physically told myself I couldn't go to the theater. Let's say I liked her, I was going out of her, and she was good to me. I wanted to treat her, take her out, both of us. It's not that I didn't want to take her to the theatre. My anxiety would get the better of me. I would find it impossible. So, several years ago, I wanted to overcome these traumas. I was dating a girl, really liked her. We liked each other. We'd been going out for a while. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to overcome this fear. This has been bullying me all my life. I'm sick and tired of these demons. Get over it. So I went on my own. I went to the theatre, inquired about the show. I think the show was, I think I took her to Michael Jackson Thriller in the West End, bought the tickets, went with her, had a great time. But I had to use social skills. I had to get past the doubt, the anxieties. And I know for some people, it wouldn't be a problem for them because some people haven't been through the anxieties that we've been through and I've been through and my clients. So they can't really relate to it, right? Although everyone's got fears, some people didn't have those social issues that I had and many of my clients have had. So it's a wonderful feeling. When you overcome these demons, you feel so proud of yourself because all of us know what it does to you when you're carrying these things. Wow, that's amazing, man. I love hearing that, man. I'm so happy for you. That makes me feel so happy. 2014 was the time I came across your videos. Looking back, it feels amazing now that I'm married and I've got two kids, man. I'm over the moon for you, man. I'm over the moon. I'm gonna have a little bit of a joke with you, right? I'm sure you appreciate it. Did you get married because of my videos? I'm just joking. I'm only teasing. No, mate, I'm over you, man. That's stuff like that makes me really happy when I get comments like that. That really is something. Yeah. I laughed. He did. Where's my commission, man? You guys know the rates. Listen, man, I'm fair. The live streams are free. If anyone gets married, at least 500,000 commission. Come on, man. I'm joking. I said that to a client once, right? He got shocked. He thought I was serious. I was coaching him at the time, dating coaching. And I said, listen, if you get a date, that's fine because you paid me for the coaching, right? But I said, if you get married, I'm going to need a bit of a commission, right? And he was like, are you serious? Should have seen his face. And I started laughing. I said, I'm only joking, just joking. He thought I was serious. He thought if he got married, I was going to tell him that he's got to give me 20 grand or something. But no, I'm just joking. I'm really pleased for you, man. I hope that more people have the situation that you've got if they want. Wow. You're brave, you're a gentleman, because some people, I understand, I've had this before. Some people, let's say someone helps them, right? Because many people have helped me, teachers. Let's say Les Brown helped me, right? Les Brown changed my life. But some people are embarrassed or their pride gets in the way. If someone helps them, they are afraid to like thank that person and say like thank you, like you helped me to make money or get a fiance or you played a part. But sometimes you don't know how much a person appreciates that, how much I appreciate you telling me that. It means a lot. I'm not saying that everybody's got to thank me and do that, of course not, but it's nice when people do it. And I know it takes a lot of courage because I've had to overcome. I've been scared at times to say to someone, you mean a lot to me. You've helped me because it's these things can be challenging with the way that we've been brought up, but it takes a lot of courage. I appreciate it when someone says something like that. So I know I'm going off topic, but all these things are in the same bracket as social skills. The social skills that you've displayed by writing that so positive. It's all in that area, if that makes sense. I know I deviate, but they're all connected and it's life changing, man. I remember a friend saying this to me, right? It really resonated. A friend of mine is a Christian, and he said to me at the time, this was when I was in a different place to where I'm at now, but nonetheless, he said to me, he said, what you teach is amazing. And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe he's just saying that. Okay. And he said, no, he said, you teach social skills, you teach people how to communicate. You should go into businesses. And it kind of annoyed me a bit because he was going on and on. I was thinking, listen, just give me a compliment. That's fine. But he was right. He was right because I used to think, oh, I'm just teaching guys how to date women and get it. But it's a lot deeper than that. And now obviously it's grown into that because these are the things that I learned that were taught to me, you know, years ago. And I've said this before, right? I'm not going to say the person's name because I don't know if he wants me saying his name, but it was a famous person, which doesn't matter. But anyway, when I was a young kid and I was struggling and I was shy, I was 20 years of age and I was training down the gym, weightlifting gym, trying to get my confidence up. And this guy was hitting the punch bag. He was amazing, right? He was 33 at the time and I was 20. So he was a lot older than me and I looked up to him. And he, he's got speaking with me. He said to me, you're pretty good at boxing. Why don't you come down to my old amateur gym? And I was so happy that he offered me that. And he was a lot more confident than me anyway. He took me down to a really good boxing gym in London, Fitzroy Lodge. He didn't have to do this, by the way. And he introduced me to the gym, and I trained at that gym, and they changed my life. And at the time, you know, I had good manners, but I didn't have great social skills when I was 20 because I was so shy and so insecure. But this guy did have good social skills, very educated guy. As I said, he was a famous sports journalist, was on television. I didn't even know he was famous when I met him. That's the crazy thing. I didn't know who he was. He's just a guy in the gym that I got to know. It was only later on where I was like, holy crap, that's that guy on TV. I know that guy. That's the guy down my gym that took me to the boxing gym. Anyway, point being, I've never forgotten to this day how he helped me. He probably doesn't even remember. And if I was to see him, I would thank him. I would tell him. So, you know, I learned some stuff from him, how to go into a boxing gym and conduct yourself and adapt. Unbelievable, man, what these skills do. At some point, I'm really considering writing a book, making some products. Um, I'll do some paid stuff, because I like making money. I'm not going to apologize for that. And like I do on these videos and talks, I do a lot of free stuff for people as well on how to improve social skills and explain the deeper aspect and meaning. Because, you say that word and people just like, yeah, be social. Yeah, it's not. But I don't think people understand how this can change your life and how you can help other people when you're aware of how to have good social skills. And as I said, it's something that I'm still improving at myself. You keep improving at them. And I get better by being around other people that are got good skills. And I would also say this as well. Your social skills can also improve. No disrespect to anyone. When sometimes you're around people that have got very poor social skills, it makes you sort of learn how to be a bit more patient. The things that you don't really want to be doing with your social interactions and stuff. By the way, guys, get your questions in. I've been talking for quite a long time. If you've got any questions, then please add them. Got a really good Canon camera with some good lens, but I need to get this new lens, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to spend some more money, invest more money into the quality, so I can improve it for you guys and put out more videos on these topics: social skills, confidence, etc. But yeah, if any of you got any thoughts, let me know in the box below your experiences. If any of it resonates, if it's something that you want to improve, or if you've made improvements, throughout the couple of years in your life on social skills, let me know. I'd be interested to read your thoughts. Yeah, another thing that comes to mind that I notice a lot when I work with people and I'm coaching, and I've been through coaching myself, is sometimes people have got to be thrown in the deep end, and I don't mean literally in a deep sea, but I mean in social situations. When you're in a situation where you have to speak and you have to be friendly with people and open up and be yourself, I find that's when people produce the best quality. But the problem is a lot of people protect themselves and they avoid social situation, so they're not forced to use these skills. So sometimes that is the best approach, even though it's the approach that probably most people will hate and despise because they don't want to face that fear. They don't want to get uncomfortable. But this is where you really grow as a person. Gonna finish up soon, guys, because I said I'm gonna do an hour, so another 10 minutes because I've got the event tomorrow, and I'm gonna need a lot of energy for that. And been a great day today. Went swimming. I did weights. I met up with a friend of mine actually. He's a fan of the channel. Good guy from America. He's come over. He's coming to my event tomorrow. So we met. We went for dinner in Nando's. It was nice. So I've got a lot of energy, but I'm tired as well. I need a bit of rest. Get your questions in, guys, or if you just want to have a chat before I head off. I feel a bit bad sometimes when if I'm talking too much and no one's getting their point of view across. Obviously, I'm not in person with you, so that's the challenging thing about live streams. Talk about social skills. It's sometimes hard to have the social skills on a live stream that I would in person because you're not here. I can't see facial expressions, body language, and obviously, if I was with you in person, I would be letting you speak as well. It'd be a two-way conversation. But as you're not on the video, then this is the best way I can do it. Where did you find all those friends? What are you talking about, Tim? Are you talking about the people that are coming to my event tomorrow, or are you talking about um, the friend that I went to dinner with today? If you could explain, I can answer your question more. I think that's one of the biggest things people do struggle with as well. I'll make a video on that, how to make friends. It's not easy, I'll be honest, it's not easy in today's world, but you can do it. Maybe I should do a video on how I've made friends and how I've helped or how my clients have made friends, but it can be hard in today's world with all the social media. Well, just to throw a couple of quick things out there, I think a great way to make friends is coming to my events because you're going to meet with like-minded people, or go into any social event where if you go to an event, yeah, explain how to make friends in general. You know what? That's going to be a long conversation. I'll tell you what, Tim. Right, I'm going to make a note of that in my phone. I'm going to make a video for you, other people, because I'm going to have to think about that, go over my experiences, and then break it down and make a video. So I'll put that in my notes um, for a video. So how to make friends in general. Okay. It's a weird question, this, right? No, I mean it's a good question. It's almost like the answer's simple, but it can get a bit complicated. I like the challenge, which is why I'm going to make a video. A lot of people ask me this, and I think it is more challenging today because when you're talking about friends, if you're talking about a proper friend that you meet in person, you can do it. Anyone can do it, but it's a bit more challenging because today many people are online. Okay, how to make friends. Right, that's saved. I will make a video on that. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. You too, man. I tell you what, guys, man. I know you don't know my client at the moment, but one of my many of my clients, but one of my client in particular, the guy. I'm really proud of the guy. The guy's doing so well, and he's a really good person. Honestly, if you'd have just seen how much confidence he's built, and he started his own business, and tomorrow he's doing his own event because he's been doing my 1 year coaching, and it's just unbelievable. This guy's courage and his heart. He's really good. He really cares about people. He's doing an event tomorrow for about 6 or 7 people. And I work with him every week in London. We do a session. I meet up in 2 hours. We sit down, and it's just amazing, man. Just gone from strength to strength. Never. I've got to be honest. It's not easy saying this, but I haven't I work with many good clients that really make a lot of progress, but it's not often that I've got to be honest, that I work with someone who is this committed, who works this hard at getting over their fears and just he really does take a lot of action. You know, he's done public speaking. He's just graduated university. He's become a doctor. He's got I've helped him to build a dating coaching business. He's coaching guys who've got anxiety, helping them to build relationships with women. He's traveled. He's doing gym. Um, it's just unbelievable, man. You know, it's just unbelievable. I don't use apps, so I couldn't tell you about that, Tim. I'm not the person who's qualified on that, so maybe someone on the channel could tell you. When it comes to apps, that's not my thing. A lot, yeah, a lot. How much confidence can you achieve if you make an effort 1 year? Life changing, Tim. And I'm not just saying it, right? You guys like me being honest. If you work with me for a year, unbelievable. If you were committed, obviously, if you were someone that was committed and you were passionate, then I could help you. If you did it on your own without me, without a coach, and you really did it, life changing. 1 year's, that's why, honestly, that's why I created the 1 year program. Like my 1 year program wasn't created by me. My clients asked for it. Like my friend Tom recommended it, and one of my clients, I worked with one of my clients I won't say his name just in case he might want to be private. I coached him a year ago. He did a 6 week program with me. We finished. He got a lot of progress. He said to me, "Do you do a year program, Jonathan?" At the time, I didn't last year, and I said I would do it for you. He didn't end up doing the year of me anyway. Couldn't commit to it financially, but he did the 6 weeks. But he gave me the idea, so I said, "Great." So I created the 1 year program and then I sold two of them, and I've been working. Both clients are doing really well. It really does help. I'll tell you why it's psychological. When you say to yourself, "Okay, I'm going to work on my confidence for 1 year," it's almost like you program your mind, your heart, your all your focus. I don't know what it does. It's psychological. You get better results. I do it in my life. I say to myself, I'm gonna work on public speaking for a whole year and I get great results for my diet. And I think when people don't do that, they don't really get results. When people start saying things like, "Oh, a year's too long. I haven't got that long," or "Oh, it's going to take too long," that's not them speaking. That's fear. Because how can you say to yourself that a year is too long to work on your confidence? What's okay? So let's look at a different scenario. You don't want to put a year into changing your life, but you're going to spend the next 30, 40 years of your life being miserable. It doesn't make sense. So life's going to go on anyway. The years are going to pass by. We've got to live for as long as we're here. Why wouldn't you want to spend a year investing in yourself, in your happiness? It's a no brainer. It doesn't make sense, but that's human nature. We've all done it. I've done it. If someone's if someone said to me, "I'm not happy with my body. I'm overweight and I want to lose 20 pounds." And I said, for example, "You can do that. You can do it, but it's going to take you 1 year." Most people will go, "Oh, 1 year, that's too long. I can't wait." Then what? Okay, then they're not going to put the work in. In 2 years' time, they're going to be even more overweight. So when you start thinking about the relationship with time and investing, your mindset starts to change. Most people, this is a statistic fact. Most businesses take 10 years to succeed. Most people that start businesses go they don't make any money. They make money, but then they don't make no profit. So not saying all businesses, but most businesses on average take about 10 years. If I was to say to someone, if you work at something for 10 years, you'll be a successful businessman or woman, they're not going to want to do it. They're going to go 10 years, that's too, but 10 years goes quick. You know, I've been in business almost 11 years and I feel like I'm just starting to come into my prime in it. I built a successful business it took me 2 years, right? Now, obviously it doesn't always, but it's kind of taken me 10, 11 years to get to this point, and I still feel like I've got a lot more to learn, which I have. So that's why I made the 1 year program, and I'm even considering making a 2-year program, a 3-year program, obviously for people that it would be right for that time frame. So, you got to invest if you want to make changes. Whether you do it with a coach, which I recommend you do, or for people that they don't want to do it, they're stubborn, fine, do it on your own. If you do it on your own, even better, right? Because if you do it on your own, you're going to save a lot of money. But most people can't do it on their own. They haven't got the motivation. They don't have the strength, the stamina. They need someone to help them, to support them, and push them and hold them accountable. Guess what? Some of you don't know this. How long do you guys think that I worked with my mentor? When I worked with my mentor, I was a successful businessman, but I had fears and I had challenges in my life, things I had to address. When I first reached out to him, I said to myself, I just want to meet him. I just want to do one session. I did an hour session. I really enjoyed it. It scared me a bit, overwhelmed me because he was a lovely person, but I wasn't ready to face all these issues that I'd been running from my trauma. So I took some time, came back, did another session, started to enjoy it. 3 years I worked with my mentor. But if I would have said at the start, if he would have said to me, do 3 years, I would have said, oh, I'm not doing 3 years. That's too long. That's too expensive, or that's a long time. But it's different when you see the value. When you start to get the value from the coaching and you enjoy it, then you don't care how long it takes to a certain degree. So I worked with my mentor for 3 years and the time went quick. It changed my life. If I didn't do that mentorship, I wouldn't be the man that I am without the help of mentors. So as a mentor myself, as someone that charges and makes a living and changes people's lives, I've invested my money in a coach. So I practice what I preach, because some people say things like, oh, you're a teacher, you make a lot of money, or you teach people better. Of course I've spent money. I believe in what I do. I invest in myself. So again, I know I've deviated, but this all comes back to social skills. People that pay me, their social skills go to another level if they're committed and they're good people and they show up and they listen and they learn, and then they're their own person. They go off and they live their life in the way that they want to live it. So anyone out there, any of you listening, I would seriously do it from today. I would set yourself a 1 year goal, whether that's getting over social anxiety, losing weight, building a business, getting a relationship. Some of you want to look for a wife. It really does motivate you. It helps you to become successful. I'm a big believer in it, sort of having that time frame. Then you've got something to aim for. I'm really pleased, really grateful that my client was the one that created this program and one of my friends, because I didn't think about doing it many years ago. I used to do always did a 6 week program, a weekend program, and kind of like, sessions here and there. So yeah, the 1 year program is working really well at the moment, the time frame. And it goes quick as well, man. 1 year sounds like a long time, but 12 months flies. I think that's the mindset of a lot of people. They look at it like they're going to lose something, like it's a waste, it's too much time, but they don't see that by not investing in at least 1 year, they're losing time, they're losing money, they're losing happiness, they're losing self-esteem, they're losing friendships. You're losing these things. Why? Because you're not investing in your confidence, in learning the skills to make money, to make friends, to help people, to become confident. How do I deal with insecurities? Well, there's two ways I deal with them, Tim. Number one, I find the courage to admit that I've got them, and then I go to work on them. I challenge them. That's how I do it. Another one is, if I have some strong insecurities and they're really challenging me and they're wearing me out, I go speak to a friend, a trusted friend, who can give me some advice or support, or just to bounce off a conversation. That's another method that I use. I also use that in my coaching when I'm with clients. If they've got insecurities, which they have, and they're bothering them, I help them to get them out in a way where they're not going to be judged. They're not going to be beaten down or criticized. They can get it out, exercise it out, get these demons out, and then we create a strategy to overcome it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Another video that I'm going to do, I'm going to write that down. You give me some good advice. I'm going to add that to the list. Okay, how to make friends, how to, okay, how do you, I can explain to people how I do it. How do I deal with insecurities? Yeah, there's something about honesty that really wipes them out. And I know there's always a part of people that are scared to talk about their insecurities because there's always the fear of what will people think about me if they know that about me. Well, if you own it and you're honest, then you can overcome it. Then what difference does it make what they think when you've beaten it and you don't have it anymore? So that's another tip. Wow, these streams are getting great again. I'm starting to enjoy these again. As I said before, they're not as good as the in-person events. I don't think they can ever compare to that, but they are really good. I do appreciate everyone coming on. The support is great. It's just I really appreciate that you guys listen to me and that you let me help you. You appreciate that, and in doing that, in being kind to me, it really helps me. It makes me really appreciate what I do. It gives you a lot of confidence when other people allow you to give them confidence, and you see that your work, your teaching, your honesty, your experience, your vulnerabilities, things that I learned from my clients, I learned from a lot of people, pass that on, and you see that people are getting a lot of confidence. They're going out, they're applying these things, they're learning themselves. It really gives you such a great confidence. Yeah, I'm a bit obsessed with that at the moment. I really do love this concept of the 1 year program, and I'm not just talking about doing my 1 year program, but the idea of someone doing something for 1 year. See, what I would love is imagine like a documentary or someone filming them doing something for 1 year, and you get to see the first day that they started. Let's say live streaming. Let's say someone was really scared to do this. They didn't have confidence. They were stuttering. They were shy. Imagine I got them to do it for 1 year, and you could see the first video that they did in January 2023, and then you could look at the video in January 2024, and you could see that transformation. That's amazing. Anyway, guys, we come to an end. I said I'll do an hour today. We're going a bit over time. Really appreciate everyone coming on. It was great. I've got the event tomorrow. Appreciate everyone coming down for that. Looking forward to the future videos. And for those of you that are going to watch this stream later on, thanks for watching it. I know a lot of people watch these later on. They get value from it. And please, guys, don't be shy to apply for the weekend program. We're going to have a great weekend in London. It's going to be March the 11th and the 12th. The next live should be on Monday. I'll let you guys know in advance. I know I said I'm going to start letting you know in advance, which I will. I'm going to improve the equipment, the schedule. So yeah, the next one should be Monday, Tim. Appreciate you coming on. Have a good weekend, guys. All right. I'll hopefully put some pictures up tomorrow of the event on Instagram so you guys can just have a look. It's quite a nice day out. And on the channel as well. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna answer some of the questions that you've had on the live. Appreciate the support. It was great to hear that a lot of you have made a lot of progress from the videos and the chats. All right. Have a good night, guys, man. Bye.